You had some pretty good questions and comments this week, so let's jump into it. Hi, my name is Levi, and this is the Daily Drive. Today's Daily Drive is brought to you by Tonquin. With Tonquin, you deliver car parts from auto parts stores to repair shops. It works just like every other gig app. And I've been a driver with Tonquin for many years now. They're a great company with great rates. Tonquin has grown all over the nation and needs drivers in cities everywhere. Sign up with Tonquin today. Let them know that Levi from Tip You in the App sent you. A link will be in the video description below. As I've said, I want to build a community. I would really like to have not just one-way communication, but two-way. So you're going to find me really responding as much as I can to your comments, both on the videos that I make. But I also have a Twitter account, and there's a Facebook group for you. So please, anywhere you want, just make comments. Let's engage in a dialogue. And not all the comments and questions I'm going to send to you, or at least we're going to talk about in this video, are positive. So yeah, let's take a look at it. All right. So first question up here, Upstate. He says, how are you able to maintain diamond status with only a 64% acceptance rate? Fair question. Two things. Number one, our acceptance rate to stay a diamond status in my market is 70%. I don't know why it's so low, but it is. The second thing is that normally my acceptance rate's around 85 to even 90%. However, since Thanksgiving, I've been trying a couple of different things, and I have to get my acceptance rate back up to, I think, 70%, like I said, before 1 February. So that's that answer. James Reese 8196. Stupid video. True. Some of my videos are really stupid, but what can I say? A Boulder Cab. Long question comment here. He says, our students don't return until January 22nd. I'm dying out here. I know. I'm so sorry, man. He says, I'm a day driver, but I think I need to switch to nights, at least for the weekend. Really wanted to avoid that, but I must do whatever I can do to keep the operation afloat. I'm convinced those who complain the loudest don't put in the hours, which are long and necessary. Still, it's very difficult during these droughts. I did miss the nice comfort ride to the airport this morning. It disappeared immediately. We're hungry. Oh, man. Thanks for your YouTube videos. I respect your undying optimism, even if I don't always share it. And just because I present myself as a very optimist person, I get angry too and frustrated, and I'm not always optimistic. But to your point about students, and let's just jump in this real quickly here. I had the same issues that you had. I'm in a market where when the college students are here, there's just a lot of money. And when the college students leave, there's just not. And what I did for 2023 is I did shift to nights. In fact, I go from about 10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday all the way till about 2 a.m. that Saturday morning. So it's almost like a 16-hour shift or something like that. I take a lot of breaks. Yeah, so I'm not saying I drive for that whole period of time. My point is, though, is I'm trying to max out the quest and complete as many trips as I can on a college campus. And yeah, I'm out till 2 a.m. And that's where the money is, at least in my market. And maybe it is for you. Yeah, give it a shot. Try new things. If you're getting stuck, the revenue's dropping, try new things. Okay, Nate Dog 301. He says, stop with the emojis, not as professional. Also, never ask for a tip. That's rude. Okay. What he's talking about is that when I communicate with the passengers, I use emojis. So when they say something like, hey, I'll be right out, I'll say, no worries, with a smiley face. And it's just a way to communicate what may not necessarily be communicated just in a short text message. And as far as asking for a tip, each one of us can handle it the way we want. I ask for a review, and if I feel a tip is warranted, I'll ask for a tip. And that's how I get tips. And you don't have to do it, but I found it to be effective, and I'm still a 5-star driver. Nobody's complained. So just a heads up. All right. On the Facebook group, I posed a question. What would you like to change or improve about Uber or Lyft? And since the Facebook group members are using their real names, I'll hide them here, but one says, a change to stops. Riders shouldn't be able to add them during the ride without the driver okaying it in the app. Also, each stop should count towards a trip It should count as a trip towards quests. Yeah, I agree on both fronts. Yeah. I hate when I'm on a trip and all of a sudden my app just updates. That's just so frustrating. And then, yeah, especially people like me and anybody else in my market, we're trying to complete quests. And so sometimes when somebody ad stops, they're changing my night significantly. I totally agree with that one. Another response to the Facebook question would be they want more specific negative feedback, LOL, at disturbing radio. And what I'm guessing here is he got a negative feedback that his radio was disturbing. And yeah, I agree with that, more specific feedback. But let me defend a little bit the rideshare companies. They're trying to protect the passenger too. The passenger is making some sort of comment. And to be fair, we know like potentially where that passenger lives because we dropped them off at their house. And you can imagine the problems that might arise if a passenger makes a complaint, right, about a driver and that driver isn't as nice as you or me. And all of a sudden there's like a confrontation. So they're just trying to avoid that. And as far as disturbing radio, yeah, I'm very particular about the music that I play and I'm only thinking about the client. So I do put it on channel 66, the jazz station on Sirius XM during the day, and at night, because I drive in a college town, I'm a little bit more open with it. I have a playlist of music that pretty much the students have always requested. Nothing vulgar, nothing along those lines. Like Gorillaz, Tame Impala is another pretty popular music that I like and they like. But my point is, yeah, be careful about what you listen to because it does matter. All right. Okay, final question here. I watched your video, but still not a subscriber. This is Rocket Boost Jump. Handsome liberal, who I like, by the way, stands with the driver. Yes, he does. And you know what? That's why I like the handsome liberal. That's why I like Sergi over at the Rideshare Guy. I love Torsten over at the Rideshare Professor. These guys are all good. We all have different approaches, but we all stand with the driver. In fact, I don't know anybody who doesn't stand with the driver other than maybe the apps themselves. I don't think the apps really care too much about us. Which leads me to about my final point, and we'll wrap this video. We are a team, me and you. I know a lot of times we see other drivers, especially in our market, as competitors. We don't want to share our secret spots or maybe some tips and tricks, but that's just not how I operate. And I'm really hoping that you and me together through Tip You in the app, whether it be here on YouTube or on the Facebook group or out there on Twitter or any other platform in which I'm engaged in, we can have healthy, positive exchanges, solve some problems, right? And just work together because the apps don't care about us. They just don't. And the riders don't care about us either. So that just leaves me and you. And so I'm hoping together we can make the rideshare experience as positive as possible. Be well. Know I'm cheering for you. Drive safely this weekend.